Hello all, this is Abhilash. So in this sessions we are going to discuss about valid contracts, void contracts and voidable contracts. So let's begin with the essentials of a valid contracts. So first we will revise the first sessions. What is the Contract Act, agreement and offer and acceptance. So according to the Contract Act 1872, the requirements for a valid contract are the agreement and enforceability. The agreement means that the agreement must be between two parties and that agreement should be enforceable by law. So after that only that agreement will be considered as a contract. Okay. So agreement, the first requirement of a valid contract is an agreement. Every promise and all set of promises forming the consideration for each other is an agreement. So when a person to whom the proposal is made define his assent and the proposal is said to be accepted, so that is called a acceptance. Okay, and the proposal is a offer. So a proposal and when acceptance becomes a promise, right? So these are the all the essentials of a valid contracts is as follows: offer, acceptance, rigor, relationships, lawful consideration, competency of parties, consent, and lawful objects. So we will first moving to the offers. So we will have some basic words about the essentials of valid contracts. So offer and acceptance is nothing but the all offer must be valid and once accepted. So it binds both the parties into valid agreement and the offeree is now an acceptor. So thus the agreement is made between an offerer and the acceptors. So one is the offerer and one is the acceptor. Okay. So the objective lawful suggests that the offer and acceptance must be satisfied the requirements of the Contract Act in a relation. Okay. So an offer is the starting point in the process of making an agreement. So every agreement begins with one party making an offer to sell something or to provide a service. When one person who desires to create a legal obligation communicates to another his willingness to do or not to do things with the view to obtaining the consent of that other person towards such an act, the person is said to be making a proposal or offer, as we have discussed. So what is the acceptance? The acceptance is an agreement, is a contract if it's made by the free consent of parties. So what is the consent we will learn in next slide. Okay, just first understand what is the acceptance here. So an agreement is a contract if it is made by the free consent of parties competent to contract for a lawful consideration with a lawful object is not explicitly declared to be void. So basically acceptance is nothing but acceptance is accept the offer. The offeree who is giving us the offer with the impossible by law, and if we are accepting the offer, then there should be acceptance come. Okay, the contract must be definite and its purpose should be to create a legal relationship. The party to contract must have a legal capacity to make it. As I told you, the agreement or contract has to be enforceable by law. After that only is called a contracts. Okay, so according to the Contract Act, every person is competent to contract who is the age of the majority according to the law to which he is subject, and who is of sound mind is not disqualified from a contracting by any law which is this subject. So minors are not allowed to sign a contracts as per the Contract Act. Okay, so third point is talking about the legal relationships. So parties to a contract must desire to constitute a legal relationships. Why legal relationships we are saying? Because if the contract is enforceable by law, after that only the agreement is called as a contract, right? So everyone is having a rights if the contract is breached. So it results when the parties know that if any one of them fails to fulfill his and her part of the promises, he will be liable to the failure of the contract. So their breach of contract will come, and the offeree will have rights to file a case against the acceptance. If there is no desire to create a legal relationship, there is a no contract. It's very simple and basic. If there is a no desire to create a legal relationship, there is a no contract between the parties, and the agreements of social and domestic natures which is do not contemplate legal relationships are not contracts. So lawful consideration. So mutual and lawful consideration for agreement, it should be enforceable by law, right? Hence, intention should be to create a legal relationships. Agreements of social domestic nature are not contracts, as we have discussed in the last point. So parties should be competent to contract, and contracts should not have been declared as a void under Contracts Act or any other law is also important element of a valid contract. So what is the void contracts that we will learn in next slides? Okay, so the contract becomes a void if any of these elements are not fulfilled. So void is nothing but the contract is not a acceptor, like contract is not a contract which can be accepted. Contempt of parties. So according to the Contract Act, every person with the exception of the following is competent to enter into contract. So a minor, a person of unsound mind. A minor means below 18 age, the person of unsound mind. So if the person is drunk and he come to the sign the contract, so he can't sign the contract as per the law. The person expressly declared disqualified to get into contract under by any law. Okay, so what is the consent? So consent is a very important part of the contract. The contract becomes void if mispresentation, mistake or anything like this fraud will be committed. As I told you, the contracts become void if the mispresentation, mistake or anything like this the fraud will be committed, right? So in case of a breach of a contract, specific performance is granted, but it has a various expression to it depending on the situation. If the general essentials ingredients of a contract are fulfilled, a valid legal contract is formed, then it becomes effective from date it is signed. So in the simple word, the consent means another essentials of a valid contract is the consent of parties, so which should be free. Okay, so basically the consent is a consider. Okay, the consent is a consider free when both the parties are agree upon the same things in the same sense. Okay, as per the Contract Act, two or more parties are agree upon the same thing in the same sense, that is called a consent. Okay, if there is any mispresentation, fraud or undue influence or mistakes, then that contract will become a void. Lawful objects. According to the Contract Act, an agreement may become a valid contract, right? If the agreement is impossible by law, then it will become a valid. If it's not impossible by law, then the contract will not be valid. The contract will become void. It's not a valid. Okay, so if it is a for a lawful consideration and lawful object, the below mentioned consideration and objects are not lawful as per the Contract Act. If it is a forbidden by law, if it is against the provision of any other laws, if it is a fraudulent, if it is a damages somebody's person or property, if it is in the opinion of courts immoral or against the public policies, if an agreement is illegal, immoral and against public policies, such agreements become invalid contracts. So now let's understand the factors that makes a contract void. So how contracts become a void? Okay, So there has been a miscommunication around the contract by either party, or a contract is against the public policy. As in the last point, as per the lawful objects, this is the one of the important essential of the contract. If the contract is against public policy, it will become a void. Right. So all essentials of a valid contract is as follows. Please just ignore this first line. So these are the factors actually. Okay. So I forgot to edit that part. So pardon me for that. So for these are the factors. These six are the factors that makes a contract void. First is uncertainty. Second one is incomplete contract. Third one is common mistakes. Fourth one is lack of capacity, illegality, and public policies. So what is uncertainty? If the contract uses language that creates uncertainty around the contractual obligations. If the contract uses language that creates uncertainty around the contractual obligations, the contracts will be void. Okay, for example, let me give you the example. An agreement to agree within a contract can create uncertainty as there is no clear indication of what will be the agreed to in a contract. Understand? So an agreement to agree within a contract can create uncertainty if there is no clear indication of what will be the agreed in a contract. That is called uncertainty. So second factor, that is incomplete contract. The contract is incomplete if it is missing an essential term. An essential term means that the contract cannot be performed without the term included. So there should be term. So let's take example of essential terms include an agreement price or a starting date of the lease. Right. So common mistakes. A common mistake is when both parties are mistaken about the subject matter of the contract. For example, if any one party agrees to buy a painting from the other party, but the painting was already destroyed by fire. So it's a common is a mistakenly, right? So that will be a common mistake, and that will void the contract. Lack of capacity. The all parties are presumed to have the mental capacity to understand the nature and effect of the contract. If they demonstrate a lack of capacity or being under the age of 18, the contract will be made void. Right. So as per the law, the minors means below 18 years parties will not be able to sign a agreement, and the contract will become a void. Right. So illegality, the contract may be void because it deals with the illegal activity. Right. This could be contracts that are directly prohibited by law, such as cartel contracts. On the other hand, they can also be particular elements of contract that are not allowed under the law, such as unfair contract terms in contract covered by the Indian consumer law. So public policy. So finally, a contract could be void if its subject matter or performance is against the public policy. For example, you cannot create a contract that involves slavery, right? So now in these sessions we understood the void contracts, the essentials of the contract, valid contracts, and voidable contracts, right? So before moving to the next, we have one more slide that is talking about the voidable contracts. The term void and voidable contracts are often used interchangeably, but both are completely different in nature. While a void contract is completely enforceable by law, and a voidable contract is a valid agreement. So, however, the terms within the voidable contract provide one or both parties entering into the contract the ability to void the contract at any time. So let's understand this concept. Let's understand these void contracts and whatever contracts with the example. So let's take example here. Like one of my friend name is Heyman. We'll take his name here. Like Heyman enters into an agreement with a music label to split royalties from his new album by 50-50. Understand what is the example I'm giving? The Hemant enters into an agreement with the music label to split royalties from his new album 50-50. However, at the times of this agreement, Hemant been drinking at the bar for several hours and is heavily inebriated. So as per the law and due to the fact that Hemant was incompetent at the time that contract was agreed, so it is a void contract. So this point we have understood in the lawful objects, right? While understanding the valid contracts. So now let's understand the voidable contract concept with the example. So assume a situation is similar to the previous example. Okay, the situation we are taking the same situation which I have explained while void contracts, like Hemant been drinking at the bar for several hours before signing the agreement. Okay, so situation is the same. So this time Hemant is minor and has not had anything to drink. Okay, so since Hemant is a minor and the contract is instantly voidable, right? As per the law, the minor can't sign the agreement, right? So, however, because he was not incompetent, the contract is valid. Okay, the Hemant will have the option of keeping and dropping out of the contract at any time, right? So, in these sessions, we have learned about valid contract, void contract, and voidable contract with the examples. So, thank you so much. Best wishes.